in front of Majanos Coffee. That's a big bulge. It's not too bad. Sip, tell y'all what I think about it.
Just they feel myself, they get it waiting and they see myself. And sometimes I don't believe myself. I cannot come and go and kill myself. I know they hear what.
Yo, howdy, what is up everyone? It's your boy Connor from Singlesip American Coffee Trip. I'm here in Pasadena, California, in front of Majanos Coffee. I just met the barista there, Nassan. He was a very nice guy. We actually got into a pretty in-depth conversation about milk costs and things of that nature. And it's definitely one of my goals on American Coffee Trip to eventually, I call it SIP support, integrate kind of a program where you could have technicians, you can have affiliate businesses, or other specific things that would raise the quality of the product of coffee businesses that want to improve their quality, and try to create a better form of a better way to collaborate and to reduce costs, as the products from the coffee place would feed into the affiliate business, and the affiliate business in turn would be able to feed back into the coffee business. Because I do understand that costs of living are increasing exponentially, and that's definitely been a huge problem in the industry itself. So American Coffee Trip I want to eventually be kind of the source of trying to remedy that, trying to lower costs all around, where businesses can exchange favors for each other in exchange for lowering the cost of the said product. So just having the conversation about like trying to find good grass-fed milk, or talking to a dairy farm, like that's a real challenge. That literally doubling the price of the milk really affects being able to make a living wage. And the fact that I criticize a lot of the coffee shops in LA, that I criticize a lot of the shops I've reviewed in New England, pretty much everywhere that I go, a lot of it having to do with milk quality. A lot of those places are probably just trying to make it by. I think in a place like Beverly Hills, where they're charging $9 a latte, and then they still don't have that high quality milk, there's certain instances where it becomes inexcusable. But it's a real problem, and I think we need to find ways to collaborate better to find solutions for these problems. Speaking of which, I want to talk about this latte before it really breaks down. And yes, this is pocketing. Not too badly. On a scale from little bulge to triple pregnancy, I'm going to give that. That's a big bulge. That's not too bad. I'll give us a sip, tell y'all what I think about it.
Nice. Can I get a hot 12 ounce?
I'm going to give that a 7.5. Again, definitely it is the milk. You see, guys, like, I do criticize all these places, and I think rightfully, like, on one hand, places need to be accountable for the deficiencies in their product, but at the same time, we also need to build solutions for places that want to improve and try to help places be able to up their game, up their quality. And that all has to do with trying to have small craft businesses collaborate on a large scale and pool their resources together to where they're sharing those resources. Say we were able to expand this on an international scale, basically to the level of Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, but instead of commodity, commercialized, low value products, you're maximizing the impacts using small businesses with their own specialized interests, specialized crafts, affiliates, and coffee businesses feeding into each other. One place has a deficient ingredient in their product. The affiliate business, say over here, can cover for that as long as they get said thing in return, and that lowers costs all around. Everyone makes profit off of it. And that's kind of the model that I think I'm proud to be a part of back in Dover, Vermont, where I'm working inside. I manage my own coffee shop there, and it's not just a coffee shop. It's a coffee shop. It's a restaurant behind that. They do high quality food products, restaurant. And then for all my baked goods, I get those from Starfire Bakery, so they kind of feed into that as well. That way we're not spending the money on the baked, we're spending money on baked goods, but they're the ones specialized and focused in on that product. I can just focus on making the best absolute freaking coffee possible. And then a place like Trail 87 can just focus on having the best possible quality food product for what they can afford. But there was certainly a lot of talk about sustainability revolution, and that a lot of that definitely probably originated from California with the Green Revolution movement. The problem with it was that it wasn't realistic to the expectations of the landscape, the geography, or the economic prospects of a lot of the people who lived within those communities. So what ended up happening was, yes, California became more green, and a lot of other places became more green, but at the expense of pricing out the people that were struggling the most, which is, I think, unacceptable and criminal to the scale that it's been done on. And what needs to happen instead is for realistic green goals to be created, while at the same time setting up a development path for places that are struggling. Where are they in their energy development? Building a coal plant, building a natural gas plant isn't great. It does cost emissions. But going from using like a really low cost, very highly polluting fuel such as dung and wood to going to something like coal is a huge increase in productivity and decrease in emissions. And then going to coal to natural gas to nuclear energy, solar, wind, whatever forms that takes. But also recognizing the damages and impacts that wind and solar also create because of strip mining, because the windmill towers, once they're decommissioned, they're made of carbon fiber. They have to sit in landfills, right? We can't be ignorant to these things. We have to recognize them and try to understand what's the best possible solution for lowering energy costs while progressing ourselves to a more efficient carbon footprint than what we have now. Net zero is impossible. The fact that we exist here on this planet, that I'm sitting here right now, that I'm fucking farting, I make emissions, right? I'm a person, I have an impact. Everyone has an impact here. How do we minimize that while maximizing people's potential, possibilities, economic impact? I didn't expect this to be such a freaking thought experiment video right here, but here we go. I talked to one guy and now my brain is going off. But it's totally understandable. The line of work that I do as a barista does not make a lot of money, especially in a ski town such as where I am, where, I'm making a barista salary, and most of the year is very much mediocre to meager at best when it comes to making money or tips and things like that, which I'm very much dependent on to even fund this project in general. Even being here in LA for the past couple of days has absolutely raped my bank account. I am broke. I will barely be able to get home. It is on that level. But I'm doing this because it's something bigger than myself. It's a dream bigger than myself. I'm willing to suffer the consequences because otherwise I would just suffer without money anyways. So why suffer without money anyways, and instead suffer but build towards something better, build towards a better future. That's what I want to do. Cheers to that. With that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.